How's it going, everybody? It is Zero from Pokemon Masterclass. As you can see, I've got Justin here as well. We are doing our 150th video. This is our 150th video, and we're coming up on the 1-year anniversary of the channel, and we just hit 100 subscribers. So we wanted to kind of reflect a little on the channel, peel the veil back a little bit, and just talk about like the milestones and just our experiences running a YouTube and being part of the Pokemon Masterclass and all that good stuff. And we'll also talk about the future of the content on the channel. So, Justin, say hello first of all.
Hey, super happy to be here. Really excited to see what year 2 brings. We got a lot of exciting things on the docket. Brand new format to the channel. So really excited to kind of dive in and expand our horizons, as it were.
Yeah. So we'll start this video off a little bit with a little bit of a like who we are kind of thing, like as people and as Pokemon fans. So Justin, tell them how we met.
Well, you and I met in 2nd grade. You had a holographic Charizard card, and I was like, ooh, this guy is also a respectable gentleman. He was drawing a Charmander in class in 4th grade, and I was like, oh, I like to draw too. And that's kind of how. So Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard's important. There's a reason that he's my favorite starter. It's a super sentimental value. Not to get super mushy, but that's one of the reasons why he's my favorite. Not only that, he's just a big dragon, so he's cool, especially to a little kid in the 90s. So, but yeah, 2nd grade, we were in Miss Lohan's class, and she had a pet rat. Mm-hmm. And it used to scare our moms every time they used to come into the room, because it was me, you, and Adam, and we used to play with the rat because like it was just our buddy in the class. We didn't know any better.
Rotado.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, a lot of fun. Been best buds all our lives. Been with you through all of your kids, and was up there with you when you got married and everything. So that's kind of the personal history of us.
Yeah.
Basically, on the Pokemon side, your cousin Howard was actually the person that got all of us in the PMC into the competitive side of Pokemon way back when it was actually before Heart Gold Soul Silver dropped, and then in Heart Gold Soul Silver was like our first experience of like making competitive Pokemon and playing competitive singles and learning about Smogon and stuff like that. So yeah, a lot of history there. And the biggest part is probably just the fact that now, over the past couple of years, we sort of noticed, like, man, we're like, we would be talking in our private group about, oh man, whatever patch update or whatever, new Pokemon are coming out, new moves. And we started to realize over the past couple of years, like, a lot of our private conversations mirrored a lot of what like big content creators were saying, and a lot of times we'd be saying it a week or two before they'd even put videos out.
Yeah, that was huge. Yeah, like we would be like, oh, I think this Pokemon will be great for like this tech and stuff like that, and then Joey posts a vid the like next day, or like some sort of like theme, some sort of concept, some sort of idea. Hey.
Yeah. So, it does come from a little bit of like. A little bit of place of like ego or pride, but had our ear to the ground and we were in the right direction, and we had a decent basis of knowledge, and so it was like, hey, let's we're having these conversations in private, and it's mirroring, if not beating, a lot of the big content creators with the most views on YouTube. So let's just put our hat in the ring. Let's just put our opinions out there, and it's been a lot of fun. We didn't come into this like trying to make it a job or with any specific goal. It was literally just basically turn a camera on and have the conversations we're having in private. That was kind of the thought process behind this whole channel.
Yeah, that kind of brings me to the next thing. You kind of like the growth of the channel. It's been slow and steady, but it's been good. And to be into this little YouTube game or whatever, like I said, we're not here to like make a bunch of money, or we're not here to be the biggest and the baddest and the best. I mean, we want to be the best players and stuff that we can be and put out the best content.
There ever was.
Yeah, but you know, to see 100 subscribers just before our 1-year anniversary, that's not. It's something personally I didn't really like expect. I don't know about you personally. I don't know, but
it's exciting. It's really it makes me happy that there's at least a nice little handful of people that like our content and like what we do, because we don't really we're a weird YouTube channel because it's really just video diary sort of format for basically just our hobby life.
Yeah.
Or our like private game group we have. It's just a bunch of us friends that have grown up together, and now we're adults and we still, you know, oh man, what a week. Let's log on for an hour and play some Unite. And then we just had to put some stuff on YouTube because we like it and we talk about it a lot. That's kind of, and it's developed from there, but that was always the foundation. So it's really nice to see that because we don't specialize in one topic. It's not like we're only Unite or we're only singles or we're only VGC. And now we're dabbling into TCG. Like, we literally just love Pokemon, the franchise. So we dabble into just every kind of aspect of what it means to be a fan of Pokemon while also being a fan of competitive gaming, or at least a competitive mindset.
Yeah. You said it pretty well there. We're just Pokemon fans, and we're just a group of friends, and we're just making videos about Pokemon stuff. You know, competitive is the focus. But there's competitive VGC, singles, like you said. We've kind of been dabbling in TCG in the background, Pokemon Unite, and stuff like that. So it's really cool to see, to kind of take some people along on that journey of, you know, here's a bunch of friends who are into the same things as me, no matter what that is.
And we have certain people. We have certain people on YouTube that are vocal about. You know, they would like to see more VGC or more singles or more Unite. Like, certain fans, everything pokes, and then you pick and choose which content or all of it to absorb. It's kind of about you, and that's why we have so many different playlists. So again, if you want to go check out if you're a big fan of competitive BDSP OU, just go to our playlist and watch those type of videos. If you're not, maybe, I'm not into VGC as much, I don't play doubles, I only play singles, maybe, perhaps, or other way around, or whatever. Maybe you're coming in from a Unite standpoint. You're like, I haven't played a regular Pokemon game in 20 years, but I like League of Legends, so I'm coming at it from the mobile. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
There could be any reason why. So we just want to make sure that we are, again, we're not trying to be, nor are we saying that we're like the top tier echelon of competitive gamers, but we always approach things from a competitive mindset.
Yeah.
Like, that's always our goal in our normal hobby time.
Yeah. So
basically, we just putting a camera to it and structuring the videos a little bit, obviously, but we're basically just putting a camera and then just kind of a similar or to the same dialogue we would do off camera.
Yeah. So let's move on to the ups and downs of running a YouTube channel and running Pokemon Masterclass in general. More ups and downs, obviously. But I just wanted to start by saying, in March of 2021, I haven't said this on camera, I was diagnosed with cancer. And that's something we've kind of kept under wraps because we didn't want that to be the focus of the channel. Here's a guy who had cancer, is doing these things. So, I have...
Yeah, and this is supposed to be just a hobby diary, and we intentionally want it to be like glass half full.
Yeah.
And again, this is not my plate, but Brandon had said that it's like it doesn't do anything to like, bore me. You know what I mean? I'm just It has nothing to do with Pokemon. Was kind of your perspective.
Yeah, we didn't want to ride the pity train or like, I'm gonna like this channel because the dude has cancer or whatever. But I was diagnosed with cancer in March of 2021. I'm sorry. And I had surgery to have it removed the last day of March. And I played disc golf on the side. I had another procedure done in April, and I was not able to play disc golf at all from the end of March until, when did I get back in? July? The beginning of July?
Yeah.
I started playing again, and that 3-month span specifically, but just in general, having
That was
Pokemon,
the biggest hiatus that was the biggest hiatus you've taken from disc golf since getting into disc golf.
Yeah.
What 8, 9 years ago?
Yes. Yeah. So having the Pokemon.
So legitimately, you haven't gone 3 months in almost a decade.
Yeah, because
I just context for the fans. Like, it's a big deal for you to take that much time off without throwing a disc once.
Yeah, and you know, I play through the winter and stuff too. So, but having
and we live.
Yeah.
For people that don't know, we do live in Michigan. So like, this dude, I've asked him before, like, this dude is out there looking like he's about to go snowmobiling, but he's got his little backpack of Frisbees,
Yep.
and he's out there practicing putting. So like, you know, on his personal channel, when he talks about, when he's standing that was out on Gun Lake, for people that don't know, when he's out there and he's talking about, you know, it's my last tip. It's not really a tip. It's more like advice.
Yeah.
But you got to put your reps in. Like, this dude puts his reps in.
Yeah, I'm literally out there putting reps in the snow.
Exactly.
So having the Pokemon Masterclass, and we started it in January, obviously. But having the Pokemon Masterclass throughout that process, because the process of surgery, procedures, missing disc golf, and then 6 months of chemotherapy, and I didn't work through any of that either, so I lost out on a lot of money. Having the Pokemon Masterclass in the background is something to keep myself focused, having a creative outlet, and just having Pokemon in general. I love Pokemon, so just being able to create content for something that I really love was such a great for me mentally. It was just awesome. You know what I mean? To be able to focus. Oh, see you, Justin. To be able to have something to focus on instead of just sitting around and feeling sorry for myself and stuff like that. This channel really did help me through a lot of rough times. That's you know, one of the biggest positives I can say about the channel. I mean, and what about you, man? What do you think? What has it meant to you?
No, it's been a lot of fun just to be able to, because again, we're kind of like a little bit of ADD gamers. Like, we love Pokemon a lot, and we also play Smash Bros. And we play a lot of different games. You know, I'm a big Fire Emblem fan. Brandon's been playing Xenoblade. We're all really excited about Breath of the Wild too. So we're just gamers in general. And video gaming has been something that's been a bond for all of us in what is now the PMC crew. But, you know, our group of friends, myself, Doug, Brandon, Mike, Connor obviously went to school with us. Just, again, he's more sort of the disc golf side of our group of friends. Not that he doesn't get, or just he hasn't been around as much, because again, he's been more of the disc golf side. But Connor as well. Like, we all play all different sorts of games. It's not just pokes, but obviously the channel Pokemon Masterclass is just geared towards the Pokemon side. But we're all 90s babies, so we all have that nostalgia when, like, we remember a time when Pokemon didn't exist. Yeah,
which is crazy.
Like, that existed in our lives.
Yeah.
For most people who are out there nowadays, most Pokemon fans, I would say, especially nowadays, like that, they were born into it.
Yeah.
We're Gen 1ers, so it's not that we're better, and that's absolutely not what I'm trying to say. It's not what I'm thinking. It's just that, like, we have that nostalgia back from days. Like, I remember when, like, oh my gosh, Mom, what is that? When the first thing appeared on TV, like, I remember I had the poster of the first 150.
I got the videotape. I got a videotape in the mail. It was like, Pokemon's coming to the US, and it showed like the figures and the cards and the video games, the anime. I was like,
everything, and it just blew our mind. Like, and then Digimon after that, we're like, oh, okay, they're trying this too.
Digimon was cool. The Digimon anime was way better.
Absolutely. But so it's just, for us, it's been an integral part of our lives since we were children. It's been an integral part of our friendship, not just Pokemon, but video games in general. So it's fun to be able to again, all the different, like, avenues that we play, I guess, all the different genres that we play, to just be able to put them all out here as like this big video diary. It's been really fun to just, today I feel like doing some singles. You know what we haven't done in a while? Some doubles. You know what we haven't done in a while? Ooh, yeah, let's put out a Unite guide. Like, just whatever we feel like. It's fun to be able to just kind of do stuff like that. It's been a little tricky trying to adhere, like, real life stuff, because obviously, like, Brandon's got kids.
Yeah.
And then the stuff that he had going on. But before that, he had a full-time job. I've got a full-time job.
Yeah. See, and now what you're doing now, you're kind of moving into some of the we're a glass half full channel. We're gonna move into some of the like struggles we've had with PMC.
It's honestly just the balance.
Yes.
Trying to find the balance, because like we're not getting paid to do this.
Yes.
And that's fine. Like, it's not our goal. So it's just a matter of being a creative outlet and a diary, and not being a job, and then like learning, like, okay, well then how much of my, like, if I have, if, like anything in life, you have to have balance.
Yes.
Anything out of proportion is going to throw off the scales. So you got to be able to balance out, if you got 24 hours in a day, how much time are you going to spend gaming, and how much time of that, gaming leisure time, you can do it in a week or a month, whatever pertains to you watching this video right now, right? It doesn't have to be a day. But the point is, like, how much of that pie are you going to cut out for you time?
Yeah.
For your just chill time. No kids, no what. I'm just going to go chill and do whatever I want to do. And in that time, am I going to paint? Am I going to throw discs? Am I going to play video games? Whatever you feel like doing with your leisure time. Everybody's got their own stuff going on. Yep. Point is, you then have to cut out a wedge of that leisure time for uploading and editing, re-recording, cutting out.
Yes, we've had multiple podcasts we've had to completely re-record because of some sort of technical issue, or we just didn't turn somebody's mic on. We've had entire videos where like I was muted or Justin was muted from a previous video or a previous setting, and
it's like an S tier ranked battle video, and we're like, oh, that was great, and we can't upload it,
and it sucks because, like you said, like we don't get paid to re-record this, and we've got real life stuff, like we have to, I got kids, you got a dog, you got a dog, you got a girlfriend, it's just, and it sucks, but we do love putting the content out there, and
it's a great thing. It's just hard to find, because we're not professionals at it, so we make mistakes. A lot of it's user error. So we've learned a lot, which has been a lot of fun. Like Brandon did. We've obviously been big fans of music our whole life. Brandon and I have been in multiple bands. We were in a band together in high school. We used to practice in his mom's garage. So like going back 10 years and like, blowing the dust off and making our own music, that was Brandon did that. We've always been, I draw, Brandon draws, Doug, all of us were artists by trade in our unprofessional hobby lives, right? And so like I did a lot of the channel artwork was done by me. So like it's not just the videos themselves. It's literally, like Brandon said, it's a creative outlet for everything we love to do. I love to draw. We love music. Brandon did all the intro music that you see here on every video, that was done by Brandon, like from scratch. So it's really it's an outlet for everything that we love artistically, and it just happens to be centered on Pokes, which is the glue that holds a lot of our life together anyways, whether it be emotional or leisure or anywhere in between. So it's just really is kind of, not to sound super cliche, but it's a lifestyle.
Yeah. I would say the other thing that has been hard about running a YouTube, because I have a personal channel as well, but like running a YouTube and just in general, the other thing that I've struggled with is, and I don't take offense to this personally, because I'm a guy who perseveres. But like when you put all this time into a video and it gets 4 views. I think my Cramorant video was sitting at like right now. I think my Cramorant video is sitting at like 8 views, and I put all that time into it. And
it's unfortunate because Cramorant's really good. B, you did really good in that gameplay, and C, you did really good with the video. So like it's really worthwhile content. But then we go back a couple of months to like our first Wigglytuff video, our first Blastoise video, Like our first Blast Off video was the first thing that had over 1,000 views.
Yep.
And it's just whatever catches wind that day, I guess.
And like I said, I don't get offended by that. You know, if
it's really interesting statistics because I don't understand what the difference is from a viewer standpoint. Like from a fan standpoint, I would want to watch both the Blastoise and the Kramer video.
Yeah, it's just it's just like, oh man, I put in all this time and nobody watched it. But like we as people, we're very persistent. We're very confident. And you and I persevere, and we know like, okay.
Well, and again, our number one goal is not to be a YouTube
sensation. We just want to.
Exactly. Our goal is to just make a diary of and during that week or two span, everyone in the PMC off camera was having a lot of fun with Kramer. Right? You picked him up for the first time that earlier in the week before, and you're like, wow. I had no idea how crazy, awesome, fun, this stupid duck. Why is this duck so good?
Yeah.
Why is this dumbass duck so good?
Yeah.
And so it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So regardless of whether or not we got a lot of views, the point of that video, not to take away what you just said, obviously, but the point of that video was to have that moment in time captured of like, oh yeah, remember when Brandon discovered Cramorant? Like now it's there forever. So regardless of in the future, if we have more views and people go back in our backlog, doesn't matter. The point is, for us, it's there. And now for anybody else watching, it's there too. So go check out, like if in the future we have, 1,000 subscribers and somebody's going through our backlog and decides, oh, I want to watch some of their older Unite content. Well, that Cramorant video is still going to be there. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So like the whole point is not to like be a business.
Yeah.
It's just supposed to.
We're trying to build a community. We're trying to build
it's supposed to be an article of our time, like a time capsule or like a diary, like I've already said.
Yeah,
it's just a video diary.
We're trying to share information with you guys, make you better at whatever Pokemon game you like. Just talk about Pokemon in general, and just build a community where we talk about these things.
Yep.
Like, that's literally our whole goal here.
The day where it's like, what's your favorite water type that did this on a Tuesday? That's why we have those fun, weird, random, and that. Half the time, most of the time, they aren't even competitive focus. It's more of like just conversationally, more of like, hey man, I'm Justin. My favorite Pokemon Sceptile. What's your name? Who's your favorite? It's like that type of stuff. We just want to have more friends in the PMC crew because we have fun with it. So we want to invite more people, like come have fun with us.
Yeah. So let's move on. We'll start wrapping this up. Last thing I want to say before we move on to our last little subject here is I just want to thank everybody in the PMC crew. So, thanks. Shout outs to Doug for helping us out with all our Unite videos. Shout outs to Mike for all the videos he showed up in.
We should obviously give them their tags too.
Yeah. So PMC Sport Ninja.
Doug's PMC Sport Ninja.
Yep. Then we got
Mike.
Cash in the trash.
Mike, he's PMC Joseph G.
Yep. And then Panzer Tank Connor. Thanks for hopping on here. Bearded Bananas too. Go check him out on Twitch.
He was in our first tier list video.
Yeah. Yep.
And he's been in multiple gameplay videos. Obviously, my background's League of Legends, where Connor's background is Dota 2. So big MOBA fans, just two different sides of the street. So been a real benefit to have him around too. And then obviously Bearded Bananas, David, which is, for people that don't know, it's Doug's little brother.
Yeah.
So Brandon and I met in 2nd grade. Doug and I met in 4th grade. We were in the same class. We were the same like homeroom class or whatever. And I've known David since basically he was born. Like David doesn't remember a time. He's been open about this. Like this is our joke. Like he doesn't remember a time in his life where I didn't exist. He doesn't remember that far back because he was so.
Yeah.
So David is now got a daughter, another child on the way. super happy to see where he's going. Obviously, go check out his Twitch Beard Bananas. But just for people out there, if we're peeling back the veil, David has always been and always will be like all of our little brothers.
Yeah, he's the channel's little brother.
He's everybody's little brother.
Yeah.
So, yeah, obviously that's why in the avatars that I drew, I made him, I based him off like one of the youngster Joey type models where he's like a young little kid compared to us. I did that on purpose. Same thing with that. So, and now obviously growing up, Brandon's got a 11-year-old son, little Vincey V, and now he's playing. He's got an avatar for the channel, and he whoops on us. He genuinely the crap out of us, especially in Smash.
Yep.
So like that kid is, I mean, seeing him grow up for the past 11 years, because again, he's been around since day zero of competitive pokes. He doesn't remember a time where his dad didn't play competitive Pokemon.
It's true. It's true.
It didn't exist because we've been doing it ever since he's been conceived, essentially.
Yeah.
So and now to see him grow up and he plays Unite, he plays TCG, he plays singles and VGC. He whoops the crap out of all of his friends. He's like legitimately the best Pokemon player in his entire group of little 11-year-olds. So it's really fun to like watch him grow, and we're sort of like, by default, we are sort of molding the next generation of pro gamers, and he legitimately is a prodigy. Like, he's good at everything. I don't know where he gets it from, because like Brandon's good at stuff, but he's not that good.
You're a liar. You're a liar.
You're not as good as Vinny is, bro. By the time Vinny's 30, he'll be an MLG pro on the big screen.
Probably. All right. Well, last thing before we sign off here, really quickly. Wanted to talk a little bit about the future of the channel and the future of the content. Obviously, we do podcasts. We try to do that every 2 weeks.
Hold on, sorry. I got to interrupt and do a special shout out. The backbone of this whole operation, she deserves the biggest shout out because she's also been friends with us since we were 13, 14-year-old emo little punk nerds in middle school. We got a shout out to the Mrs. Zero.
Oh, yeah, my wife. Thank you for tolerating me playing Pokemon all day, every day.
So obviously, you want to take the reins on this one. You're, gosh, you guys, I don't remember really a time where Melissa wasn't in the picture.
Yeah, my high school sweetie.
She's awesome. She's like just like David's our little brother. David's like everybody, or Melissa is like everybody's like sister / like motherly figure. She's just always there to help. Like I remember being drunk after a concert at 2 a.m. and she makes us egg sandwiches to, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
those were
she's
good.
always been that, like she's always been the other half of your coin.
Yeah, my high school sweetie. She supported us financially while we fought cancer. I mean, me. And she's been tolerating me playing disc golf and doing Pokemon stuff literally every day. So, that's true.
She likes
that's
it.
True.
She plays Pokemon.
Yeah. All right, man. So let's wrap this up by.
She makes great food. She makes great desserts.
She does.
Shake ups, and obviously, she's mother of all 3 of your beautiful boys.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
She is the true champion.
Love you. All right. Let's wrap it up. I wanted to talk for a couple minutes about the future of the channel and the content.
Yes.
So obviously we have a podcast that we do every 2 weeks. We're going to try to be better at doing that every 2 weeks. Obviously real life gets in the way and those things take a long time to plan and record.
Again, you have kids. My girlfriend's family lives across the state. Like holidays are a hard time for us to time to just game in general, let alone sit down and record a podcast. So again, this isn't a job for us, and sometimes our schedule just genuinely doesn't allow us to sit down for 2 hours and do it.
Yeah.
So
and we would love to get those on on Apple Music and on Spotify for you guys to listen to. So we've been saving all those. That's a goal of ours this year, is to hopefully get those on a medium that you guys can enjoy. And then obviously we're always going to be playing singles, whether that be Sword and Shield or BDSP. You just continue to look forward to those things from us. Outside of, there'll be bonus content of us playing, each other on Sword and Shield and stuff like that. VGC, the immediate future of VGC, we probably won't be doing any Series 12. We may do a vid or two whenever we...
Like, normally we're glass half full. If we're peeling back the veil, we aren't super thrilled or excited about Series 12. It doesn't sound incredibly fun in comparison to some of the other things we could be spending our time doing in the realm of Pokemon and competitive gameplay in general. Again, there's so many different formats we could dive into. Playing with double restricteds for 9 months just doesn't tickle my fancy as much.
Yeah.
Personal preference. Brandon, obviously, I know from a channel perspective, we're in simpatico on this. So if you're a big Series 12 fan, if you're a big VGC fan, if that's why you're here for the PMC, I recommend very much deeply that just maybe check out some of our other content. Maybe you find something that's for you. If you are a diehard VGC fan, I do apologize. It's just not something that we're going to be... We don't have a whole lot of time to spend, so we need to make sure that we're having fun, and that just doesn't seem like the most fun we could be having.
Yeah.
So spend a lot of time on it.
Yeah. We'll continue to be doing Unite content, hopefully even more. We want to move into like a... less of a gameplay style and more of a like meta analysis kind of style. You know what I mean? Like,
I want to start putting out some more guide videos and more get into like the theory correct, because we're from a mental side standpoint. I feel like the PMC has, especially you and I, we not only do we agree on a lot in terms of like how to approach the game from a competitive and a meta analysis, but in terms of kind of how we structure ourselves. Maybe that's the wrong way to put it, but how we, I guess, approach is the right way. How we approach the game.
Yeah, and
is the best.
Yeah, so we'll hopefully be kind of upgrading our Unite content a little bit more. You know, upping some of that stuff, and then the last thing. This is a big announcement for the channel. We have finally started dabbling into the TCG side of things. We've been playing Pokemon TCG online.
Yep.
We're going to be recording videos for that, and we're new, so we're going to be
brand new playing Pokemon card game like as an actual rule set. So this is that last little peeling back the veil. This is actually, shout out to Sport Ninja, shout out to Dougie. We should have probably put this at the beginning of the video, but him and his wife, Jen, she also was part of our, she was in the same grade as us in high school, went to the same high school as us, been with Doug for ever. I mean, she's the other side of that coin. Love Jen. She's the greatest. But obviously, congratulations. They just had their second daughter was born last night.
Yep.
So we are uncles again.
Hey.
Spoiled. She's a beautiful girl. She's very cute. But Doug and I have had a very long history playing TCGs. Mike as well. So out of the four of us, Brandon's the only one that actually hasn't had a big competitive trading card history. We've dabbled in Hearthstone, we've dabbled in Magic, we've dabbled in Arena of Valor, we've dabbled in all kinds of different card games. But the big one that we played was Yu-Gi-Oh! Growing up, that was always our jam. We went to a bunch of tournaments. We did really well both online and in person. For people who are curious, my preferred deck was Six Samurais. Doug's old, I guess, like, online persona was Zombie Ra, which came out from his love of the zombie archetype, as well as his favorite Egyptian god, which is the winged dragon of Ra. So Mike had a machine deck. Like I still have my Yu-Gi-Oh cards back here right behind me in one of these boxes. Like so TCG has been a big part of our friendship and lives for a long time, but we never got into Pokemon trading card game for kind of whatever reason. It just wasn't, not really sure why. It just never really tickled our fancy. We had Pokemon cards growing up. Everybody did. Yeah. But we didn't really play the game or really understand the rules as kids. We just didn't really care. But now as we're older, we jumped into it just a couple of days ago now, and we have just been having so much fun.
Yeah.
We've been playing Pokemon TCG online. Obviously, we are getting ready for what Brandon was alluding to. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, so because of Series 12 not really like tickling our fancy, we decided to kind of dive into this TCG world, and we're going to start doing...
Because we're preparing new game coming out this year.
Yeah. They're gonna come out with a new mobile game that will eventually be on PC. And
Switch.
Hopefully Switch. That'd be cool. That'd be really cool.
That'd be.
So yeah, look forward to that on this channel.
So right now it's TCG Online. The new game coming out. This was the announcement at the last Direct. This is TCG Live. It's like this whole. Basically, they're taking the whole competitive Pokemon trading card game, and they're doing what the Yu-Gi-Oh's doing, where they're transferring it to this online format as like the new competitive scene moving forward. Again, because of pandemic reasons and whatever, they had to switch to an online format for their last couple of major tournaments. I'm not sure if they call it Worlds or whatever, but the point is they had to do online formats, and they really liked it. So now they're just kind of putting all their eggs in that basket, and they're moving forward. So the physical card game is still going to exist. It's just not going to be how the pros play it anymore.
Yeah.
So it's really interesting just from that perspective. So we were obviously interested the second that got announced at the Direct. We were all like, ooh, piece of candy. You know what I mean? Yeah. So with the Series 12 announced, we decided to jump in with what is this iteration, which is called Online. It's free to download. It's on Pokemon website. Definitely recommend you should try it out. It's free to play. There's no pay to win at all. And you get we've only been playing for 3 days, and we're opening up packs left and right, man. Started this morning with like 6 free packs just for logging in.
So we're not going to tell you what the video is going to be, but our first TCG video is going to be out tomorrow. So look forward to that. Welcome to the journey. Come along with us.
Yep. So we're definitely going to come at it from a strategic and trading card game competitive background, but we're brand new to this game. So it's literally, like Brandon said, like, come with us and learn with us from we're only 3 days in, but basically day 0.
Yeah. All right, we've talked long enough. Let's wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for the 100 subscribers. Thank you for coming along on this journey with us. It means a whole lot that we've touched this many lives, and we're hoping the channel will continue to grow. Hoping you guys will come with us on this journey, and yeah.
Every time you guys smash the like button, it really means a big deal. Every time you guys click on a video and watch the video, not just the first 2 seconds, it means a big deal, just to let us know, like, the amount of people that are actually watching our content that we put out. It does mean something. Like, it's not the main goal, but let's be honest, it does mean something to know that however many 10, 20, 30, 100,000, however many people are watching your videos, at least watched it and or liked it or left a comment. Like, we just want to build a bigger community. We just want to be friends with a lot of competitive, like-minded Pokemon fans.
Yep. All right, shout outs to you guys. We're gonna get out of here. We'll see you again tomorrow for our first TCG video. Well, we didn't really have a class, so see you guys later.
Yeah, peeling back the veil, dismissed.